That was nice. That was interesting. New one. Yes, glorify the name of the Lord, man. Where's that? Hey Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, yeah, I ran across some interesting knowledge, actually.
Thanks for using.
In Srimad Bhagavatam, of course, where all the essence of all knowledge is. Kind of explains some things. I really like that. I think it could be really helpful for us. So let's get to it. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay, Srimad Bhagavatam, this 10th canto. Let's see, was it the atrocities? The atrocities of King Kamsa. I like this because it's really relevant to what's really going on here, and this one verse is really good. Let me see if I can find it. It really, I think, would help a lot of people if you believe in, if you want to take the advice of the Bhagavatam. So let's see, where is this? Hare Krishna. Okay, so anyway, Kamsa is persecuting. Kamsa is, this is 10th canto in the fourth chapter, the atrocities of King Kamsa. So Kamsa is persecuting Devaki and Vasudeva and the whole kingdom, actually, throwing them in jail and everything. Throwing everybody, basically jailing them. And persecution, just like now, you notice persecution is coming now. The people are being persecuted. They're being punished. They're being locked down. Oh, yeah, it's all because of that V thing. And, so, and then now the mandate's coming. See, it's all persecution, all in the name of medical emergency. Yeah. See, it's a very slick way to do it, Kamsa just went out and persecuted, straight out. Here it's very hypocritical. They guys say, oh, well, a medical emergency. We can lock you down. We can put you in prison. We can give you fines. Yes, it's okay. See, all in the name of a medical emergency. It's all bullshit, man. It's a lie. It's what demons do when they want to accomplish persecution. Is a very slick way to do it. Okay, so in Kamsa's time, the same thing was happening. And so Vasudeva and Devaki were thrown in jail. Okay? And so, let's see, the story starts there. And so they're in jail, and she has the baby. I think it was Durga comes out. Actually, it's Mahamaya and Yogamaya. Mahamaya is the illusory potency in the material world, blinding souls so they can't see, anything. And Yogamaya, enables them to love God, his spiritual potency, it's his transcendental potency. Anyway, she comes out, and Kamsa wants to kill this Yogamaya or Mahamaya, both Maya. And anyway, she slips out of his hands. And says, "You fool, Kamsa!" Blah, blah, Anyway, Kamsa becomes a little repentant. He believes the voice, becomes a little repentant, and then it starts apologizing to Devaki, which is really nice. Is he's actually speaking transcendental knowledge, and this is very important information that people of the world basically don't have. The good people and the bad people are suffering because of not having it. More than suffering, they're suffering, and they don't see things as they are. So this transcendental knowledge coming from 10th canto can actually help them. So anyway, let's read this and see where it goes. So Yogamaya slips out of Kamsa's hands and says, "Kamsa, you fool, what will be the use of killing me? The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has been your enemy from the very beginning and who will certainly kill you, has already taken his birth somewhere else. Therefore, do not unnecessarily kill children. Kill other children." So, is God actually anybody's enemy? He's living in Kamsa's heart and everybody's heart. But he's not really the enemy of anybody. Hey, Janaki, welcome. Yeah, he's not our enemy, but the shadow, the darkness, makes us see things that aren't really real and true. See, so anyway, Kamsa thought that Krishna is his enemy. See, so he's relating to the Lord. He has that relationship with God. God is my enemy. See, the Lord, I hate him. And the demigods are my enemy. Also they side with Vishnu. Yes. So after speaking in this way, the goddess Durga, Yogamaya, appeared in different places, such as Varanasi, and became celebrated by different names, such as Annapurna, Durga, Kali, and Badri. After hearing the words of the goddess Durga, Kamsa was struck with wonder. Thus he approached his sister Devaki and brother-in-law, released them, and immediately from their shackles, and humbly spoke as follows. "Alas, my dear sister, now this is a demon speaking real knowledge, speaking the truth. It's very interesting. Alas, my dear sister, alas, my brother-in-law, I am indeed so sinful that exactly like a man-eater, Rakasa, who eats his own child, I have killed so many sons born of you. Being merciless and cruel, I have forsaken all my relatives and friends." So this is, you see how this is demoniac potency. It does this. You see how now it's coming to light, even it's being exposed, that many people that we may have even respected in the entertainment industry, politicians, have been more like Rakshasas. They're eating children, and drinking bloods, making adrenochrome, all this stuff. Prabhupada said, this world is being managed by who? Rakshasas. See, man-eaters. This is coming out. See, this is proof we're in this stuff has always been going on in the shadows. See, until this is a special time. This everything, tribulation, everything's coming to light. The persecutions come up. Good people are persecuted because the mode of ignorance is very powerful. It's pushing strong, strong pushing. It's empowered actually to bring all this stuff out. So, like a person who has killed a Brahmin, I do not know to which planet I shall go, either after death or while breathing. Alas, not only human beings, but sometimes even providence lies. And I am so sinful that I believe the omen of providence and killed so many of my sister's children. O great souls, your children have suffered their own misfortune. Therefore, please do not lament for them. All living entities are under the control of the Supreme, and they cannot always live together. Now, you see, this is a very interesting point. This is what people don't know. They think everything is just happening either randomly or because of some external cause, oh, this person is just a horrible person. He killed this person or he did this. Okay, so, and then they fight. They go to punish that person, And so Kamsa is saying something very interesting. He says, everybody is being subjected to their actions and reactions in this world. So actions and reactions. Yeah. So in this world, we can see that pots, dolls, and other products of the earth appear to break and then disappear, mixing with the earth. Similarly, the bodies of all conditioned living entities are annihilated. But the living entities, like the earth itself, are unchanging and never annihilated. Now, that's good to know. See, people identify, even Arjuna, who was put in illusion, he was thinking, oh, I've got to kill these persons. They were my teachers, and here I'm engaged in a war. And then Krishna spoke, hey man, actually we're eternal, immortal persons. Your spirit soul. See, people, if we are too identified as material products that we believe we're this earth, it's just earth. It's going to go back to the earth. Either today, tomorrow, next year, or 10, 20 years, who knows? See? So life is, if you want to be successful in life, learn who you really are. I mean, that's a question. Rupa Goswami asked Lord Chaitanya, who am I? What am I here for? Why am I suffering? See? People need to ask. If you just to identify, they killed me. If you think that body is you, see, and then you die believing that illusion, it's an illusion. Then you come back to the earth. So many people get caught up like that. So they don't have what? Transcendental knowledge of the Bhagavatam. This knowledge is so important. Even many Christians, they believe they're this, and they relate to, it's like they're this, they're the body. Or the material mind. See? So they don't have knowledge, transcendental knowledge. Like Krishna points out in Bhagavad Gita, that there are 8 coverings to who we really are. 8 coverings. Can you imagine? To get at who we really are, the soul, you have to go through 8 coverings. Because it's blocking our vision about who we are. Okay? That's air, fire, earth, water, the ether, the ethers, whatever that is up there. Ether, mind. Isn't that interesting? The mind is also a block. Mind, material mind. See, transcendental knowledge is not material. It's spiritual. See, that's why we got to get into the mind of God. This is such a great opportunity. We have Srimad Bhagavatam. We can understand the mind of God, especially when you're awakened. especially when you have love for God. Then you, oh, the mind of God is so fantastic, so perfect. See, that's how you transcend the material mind, purify it. Intelligence also is a block. See, these are the coverings. Intelligent, can you imagine that even intelligence is a block? What kind of intelligence? Material intelligence. Intelligence, less intelligence. See, less intelligence is worldly intelligence, or even celestial intelligence, thinking of, about good, the good, and the good against the bad. You have the intelligence of a demigod, or the intelligence of a demon. See? It's still a covering for the soul. The intelligence of this is good, this is bad, this is good, this is evil. See? That's still a covering for the soul. So you're not actually accessing the true self, who we are. See, transcendental knowledge exposes the good as a covering and the bad as a covering, good and evil. So, in the garden, the Lord said, "Don't eat that tree, from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil." See, it's a tree. It becomes like a tree, man. You eat the fruit. See, and you become identified. I'm a good person. I'm a bad. Well, bad people don't think they're bad usually. Maybe some do. Yeah. Hamsa did. Okay, Amen says, yes, lots of people talking unity, not understanding these action and reaction. See, that's it. They don't understand the action and reaction between the good and the bad. See, that's when you take the immediate cause as bad. Or the immediate cause as good. The immediate, see, you just see it. It's very right there in front of you. The immediate, you don't see where it's coming from in the way in the back, where it's source. So we'll get into that, actually. Spiritual truths, like Jesus spoke, come to divide with a sword, knowledge, like Chaitanya. Yeah, it divides. See, this is real knowledge. Real knowledge is transcendental knowledge. It exposes what's really going on. Otherwise, nobody knows. They have that one eye. See, the one eye, the Illuminati, there's one eye, not two eyes. You need to see what is transcendental, but they don't. See, they're only looking at the shadow. See, one eye. They're one-eyed, crippled. So in this world, O great souls, your children have suffered their own misfortune. Therefore, please do not lament for them. All living entities are under the control of the Supreme, and they cannot always live together. So later on in this story, it finds out that it was actually the children of Devaki that were killed were suffering the reactions to a curse, because they actually criticized Lord Brahma. Their father. They criticized their father's activities, even though, they criticized him according to the Vedic idea. Oh, this is wrong. You shouldn't do this. But Lord Brahma is a pure devotee. He's a realized soul. So they had to suffer the reactions of, dying from in the, right from the birth. So anyway, that was their reaction. But see, usually, and even Devaki and Vasudeva were thinking, oh, this is really terrible. This is really horrible. But then Kamsa is actually enlightening them about the true situation. So they were, just suffering the reactions. And you can generalize this all to everything going on in life here. We're suffering the reactions of our previous actions. There's a reaction for a previous action. That's why it's really good to cultivate devotional service. This is such a great thing, fantastic thing, because the progress we make here, it's an action And the response or the reaction is transcendental, not material. Okay? The reaction is like Narada Muni. He followed the process of devotional service by hearing from the representatives of the Lord. They were these great devotees, and they were speaking Vedic truths. He listened and served them, and the modes of nature rolled off him. And then he became very attracted to hearing. See, you can see people coming here that it's also happening for you guys. You've been, starting from whenever you started hearing, Krishna consciousness is developed to this point. See, you like to hear, just like Narada liked to hear. Many of you liking to chant now. Not only that, you're becoming ecstatic, chanting the holy name, just like Narada. See, so there's a reaction for that. But it's not material, it's spiritual. You could say more of a response. See, the reaction was he became a purified soul, realized God and his relationship with the Lord. So people coming here, they're not even dying before they realize that. They're realizing it while they're alive. They're feeling more and more, many people feeling the living God, living inside them, awakening. See, awakening more. Wow, this relationship. You see, wow, it's a relationship. This body is not really me. It's a temple. It's like you go to a temple. You don't say that temple is me. It's just a temple. The Lord appears there, or hopefully, sometimes not. Empty temple. You ever been to it? I've been to many empty churches and temples. I know. It's just like, where's God? I don't feel him. It's like St. Francis in the movie. He goes to that temple. There are no real devotees. They're just motivated religionists there, and the oppressed masses. He goes in there. Oh my God! Oh, I'm getting compressed and depressed and suppressed. Let me get out of here. A lot of temples like that. Is your temple like that? Is your body like that? An empty of the Lord's presence? There are a lot of gurus and sannyasis there. They're walking around, just like, what did Jesus say? Like white sepulchres and dead bones, and nothing alive yet. They're just looking. You see, everybody's looking outside. So we're used to that in this world. We identify with the body or the material mind, material intelligence, and we walk around. Oh, look at that person's intelligence. He's quoted so many verses. See, that's religion still. It could be material. He's just, this is my work. I'm a professional Bhagavatam reciter as a guru, as a sannyasi. Don't you see? I look the part. Don't I dress for success? You know how many people do that in the world? They dress real nice with a tie and everything to impress people because people are looking at your body. See? How many people look at the spiritual body? So few. They don't even know what it is. Too many coverings to get through to see the spiritual body. Man, you got to go through the earth, consciousness of the earth, consciousness of water, fire, earth. And it's all dead, man. It's not alive. No, it's not conscious. Only the soul is conscious. But it's looking through all these blinders, all these like filters, all can't see who we are, can't see who God is. No wonder nobody knows where a self-realized soul is. So many coverings to get through. You got to get special mercy to recognize that. Forgot my point, but it'll probably come back. Let's see, maybe it's in the story here. See, so this is transcendental knowledge. Oh, great souls, your children have suffered their own misfortune. You can apply that too. You know how many people they're going, oh, look at the masses are being tricked, they're being lied to, and they're believing all these people, and they're taking this and they're dying. Or they're getting, some problems. Why can't they see? We got to say, hey man, if you don't see what's going on, well, it's just, it's just your destiny. There are plenty of people out there that are very inspired because they're maybe like demigod types. They got more intelligence, and they're giving you all the information. And if you're meant to look at it, you can see it. But most don't. They won't even listen because they're destined to go off that way. See? But their soul is eternal. Just, they're suffering the actions and reactions. Everybody is. We all are, whatever that is. But people, they get so identified. See, if you're so identified, you don't know what's really happening. That's why if you're a demigod type, you're a good person or a bad person. If you come and get this transcendental knowledge, you can become self-realized. You can realize who you really are beyond all these coverings, beyond the one eye thing. That one eye is so, you still not got it, man. The Illuminatis and the Masons, 933 degrees and all is nothing. Diddly squat stuff, man. Chanting the holy name is better than any drug they can make from all that suffering that they cause, and they got to suffer for it. See, transcendental knowledge is fantastic, man. Yeah. First of all, you get peace. You relax. You can be relaxed. Oh, okay, the whole world is going like this. Okay, well, what is my place in all of this? Well, I know my place. My place is I like to know the truth, man. I like to know what Jesus said. The truth will set you free, and I just love being set free, man. And I love sharing the truth. Whoever will listen, you can become set free. You can become a free soul, man. You can become a Narada Muni here, man. Better. That's what I'm here for. Hey, man, anybody want to come into the kingdom of God? We're all going. We're all going. You want to come? Anybody? Come. Transcendental knowledge. See things from God's point of view. Transcend the good and evil. Transcend that tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Yeah. It's darkness, all of it. It perpetually goes on in the material universe. Good versus evil. Evil fights good. Sometimes evil wins, and there's a Kamsa regime or a Hiranyakashipu regime. And sometimes the demigods win, and then there's a good kind of peacefulness, sort of, for a while. And then the modes of nature become empowered, and then back and forth like a swing. If you're tired of that, man, this is so wonderful to know the truth, be set free. That's why Jesus came, is to begin to set people free. That's why Lord Chaitanya came, to begin to set people free. To extend, to show, oh yeah, freedom is this. You got to do something in this world. Why not do this? Why not chant the holy names? And feel the reaction of ecstasy from that activity, the reaction of tears and laughter and intimacy with God, loving God, man. What a great romance, man. Instead of romancing the stone. You ever seen that movie? Romancing the stone. See, that's what people are doing. They're romancing stones. They're loving the world, loving the money, loving their bodies of their children who grow up and then go. Loving their spouses who may be beautiful and then they get ugly and then they also turn to dust. They're romancing stones and dead and earth things. Not conscious, man. You got to love the Supreme Soul. Yeah, it's a much better deal. See, all this transcendental knowledge people can have. See, knowledge, real knowledge, the essence of knowledge is knowledge from God's perspective, the true God, the eternal God, the transcendental Lord. Service, he meets people on the streets, they invite from the homes, and they listen to your classes together. Oh, great. Yeah, I mean, actually today I feel really inspired by this. This is so nice. People need this. They don't see this. I haven't even got to the verse. I'm gonna go to the. Well, I don't know. I'm just gonna go slow again. So Karuna says, I still want Virginia. Virginia, well, just buy a plane ticket and go to Virginia. It's easy. Take your corona test, get on the plane, go into quarantine, be locked down for 15 days, maybe 30, who knows. Lockdowns get more intense. Oh, wait till the winter time. Oh boy, are we going to have fun, man. Well, borders locked down here in America, probably. Oh yeah, they want borders. Oh my God, what an inconvenience we're headed for. Okay. So one who does not understand the constitutional position of the body and the soul, Atma, becomes too attached to the bodily conception. See, that's the purpose of Bhagavad Gita. Teach us the difference between body and soul. That's the purpose of this class. People don't talk about this. They don't know the difference. Yeah, they don't know the difference between the body and the soul. Okay? Even great New Age persons, they talk about celestial things and everything, but they don't know the soul. You got to you can't speculate to know the soul. Well, you can't speculate to know the supreme soul in the supreme way. This is called devotional mellows. You have to hear in parampara system from a person who relishes this very intimate, devotional, spiritual, loving, ecstatic, rapturous relationship with that supreme soul. See, you got to hear that vibration, that frequency, which is very rare. Then you can begin to know who and what God is. Otherwise, it's more or less a mystery to you. Maybe you could speculate and feel the soul, so you could feel Brahman level, but not this. Not the supreme revelation. That's what we're here, man. That's what we're here teaching, man. We got all the ammunition. We have devotional mellows here, man. We have the Bhagavatam here. We have Chaitanya Leela here. We have Goswami, intimate relationships explained by authorities like Rupa Goswami and Krishnadas Kaviraj. They're all here, man. It's like a transcendental candy store. Hey, Lalita. Speaking of angels, beyond. So, my dear sister Devaki. Oh, wait a second. Consequently, because of attachment to body and its byproducts, he feels affected with union and separation from his family, society, and nation. You see that? Detachment is more easy here because you become detached from mundane family, mundane society, the mundane friends, mundane siblings, okay, by attachment to the Supreme Soul. That is the gift here. The gift is this love of God and the purification that'll get you to it quick. See, otherwise you're in the washing machine of the material world, going through this excessive. Just naturally, you're just fully bonded, like most people in the world, to family, friends, society. See, and caught up in the modes of passion, ignorance, and even goodness, maybe. Okay, this is you're in the hurricane. See, it's all whirlwind there. See, you're not in the eye, the realization. See, transcendental knowledge is like you're in the eye of the hurricane. The Lord's energies are swirling, and you're in peace. You see, oh yeah, that's why that's happening there. Oh, let go, okay. Let me just worship God and stay in the eye and peace. That's why this is here. Nothing's here by chance. Everything's going on by destiny. Do you know your destiny? Are you destined for this? Or are you destined for, you want to be around people who don't know this? Who don't know the Supreme Soul, therefore knowing their relationship with God? You want to be in religion, around religionists, just teaching external things, how to follow lots of rules and regulations and everything because they don't have this and don't have the power or the authority to liberate people from the cycle of birth and death with proper understanding of transcendental knowledge and the ecstasy. Awaken that in people so they can understand transcendental knowledge and relish it. See, that's a real guru, man. That's a real leader, man. That's a real big brother. Big spiritual brother, man. Nityananda is the brother of Krishna. See, the big brother, the older brother. See, and that Krishna is in everybody's heart. In your heart, my heart, everybody's heart. And the big brother is somebody who is more mature in their relationship with Krishna, with God. See, that's when they become a big brother to help the souls in this world awaken their relationship and nurture and develop it. Oh, nobody knows about this. It's a great mystery. You got to meet somebody that has an authentic relationship beyond the false prophets or the false followers of Krishna and Lord Chaitanya and Christ. Or it doesn't matter. There's false followers, false prophets, false acharyas. It's one of the blocks the real guru removes, as we do here very easily if anybody listens. Come here and see, is the real guru principle here? Is this person being empowered by the transcendental Lord to free you from even these false prophets, false gurus, false acharyas, false spiritual masters, or not? Yeah. So in the bodily conception of life, one remains in darkness without self-realization, thinking, I am being killed, or I have killed my enemies. As long as a foolish person considers the self to be the killer or the killed. So in the bodily conception of life, one remains in darkness. See, darkness still. See, you're in the bodily, you're only looking through one eye. See, and people are glorifying it. The Illuminati, the Masons are glorifying this. They think it's all seeing eye. No. You got to see the other side. They don't. You got to see, read the verse again. It's very interesting. See, in the bodily conception life, one remains in darkness without self-realization. See, self-realization is, open the other eye. Otherwise, you're only looking at darkness. Demigods and demons, all of them still are more or less looking through one eye of good and evil. This is the Lord's external potency. This is called Mahamaya. See, the Vedas, they give terms, beautiful terms. They say Mahamaya is the Lord's external potency. That you're looking at that, only like that. It's not all seeing yet. See? That's a misunderstanding. You got to have the other eye open in disciplic line. Just like even in the Masonry, you got to go through initiations. Same thing. In this line, you go through initiations. You go through purifications. See, they know about this stuff. But only to that extent. I mean, we need to get that other eye. Then now it's all seeing. Yeah. See, in a sense, it's like the all seeing eye now. See, we have the eye of transcendental knowledge that gives us the highest reality, an experience of that too. relishing mellows, exchanges with God, this rapturous ecstatic, which you see here every day. See, this is the highest reality. And people can see, you can come and see it, even though other people say, oh, don't show this, don't you? Be quiet. We're going to show it, man. That's our work. Highest reality. We don't want to just blah, blah, blah about the highest reality. We want to show it. Yeah, show how God is rocking and rolling in your temple. The real God, the true God, the ecstatic Lord. Lord Shiva, when he's in ecstasy of worshiping the Lord, he's laughing and crying and beating on his thing and dancing around. You need to see that kind of Lord. That's our God, man. That's the true Lord. It's the Lord of the Christ. Was the Lord of, what's that name? Joseph. Was it Joseph? One of those Bible guys in the Old Testament. He used to dance around too. His wife thought he was crazy. Who's the guy with the killed Goliath? Write it down in the thing. Who killed Goliath with that stone? So in the bodily conception life, one remains in darkness without self-realization. See, so to become self-realized, first you need to hear transcendental knowledge. You have to associate with those who have realization of the true self, beyond the darkness of good and evil. Even good is still a covering, so there's some darkness there. It's still a problem. David, yes. David, sometimes he got so ecstatic, started dancing and crying and laughing. That's in the Bible. And his wife thought, he's nuts. There you go. That's the zone, man. Okay. So as a foolish person thus considers the self to be the killer or the killed, he continues to be responsible for material obligations, and consequently he suffers reactions of happiness and distress. This is also religion. In religion they think you're going to lift yourself up by your endeavors, by your own strength. See, and you're going to attain Krishna or God or Christ by doing, being really good at your doing, and by your action in this way. See, you're identifying, and you feel responsible. And I didn't chant all my rounds. I feel so guilty because now I failed. See, you're responsible for the failure. It's an illusion, man. When you find the real path, then the Lord, you start to realize, let me engage in devotional service here. And the Lord provides the result. I just engage in devotional service, and the Lord provides the result. He's responsible for the result. More and more you start to feel that way. Experience that. That's more the truth. People, they own so many things often, and they feel responsible. You're an owner, right? They really identified, I own all this stuff. I'm responsible for all of it. See, but who's the real owner of everything? It's the Lord. It belongs to everybody, actually. I mean, we're here to use things here, but society comes and divides everything. Divides the products. Anyway, that's what we got here. So he suffers reactions of happiness and distress. Kamsa beg, my dear sister and brother-in-law, please be merciful to such a poor-hearted person as me, since both of you are saintly persons. Please excuse my atrocities. Okay, I'm going to skip a little bit. Oh, yeah. So when Devaki saw her brother actually repentant, while explaining ordained events, she was relieved of all anger. Similarly, Vasudeva was also free from anger. Smiling, he spoke to follow, as follows. See, transcendental knowledge relieves us of anger and hatred towards others. It 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 stops the divisions. You start to see, oh, this is all ordained, So there's no hatred or anger to those who are acting according to the modes of nature. They're acting uniformly. You don't hate them anymore. They're doing what is ordained by providence. So you can get out of that. And like some people might think, oh, Gohar, how can you say that, man? No, we got to take responsibility. We got to take responsibility. We got to do something about this. These demons are attacking us. They're persecuting us. We got to fight them. Okay, go ahead and fight them. Fine. Follow that path. That's your inspiration. It's ordained by providence. And the demons are thinking, no, we got to control the world. We're not happy unless we get control of everything. Well, go ahead, do it. So there's actions and reactions. Both sides are going to suffer and enjoy the action of their actions. And they're inspired. What are you going to do? But we all need a path. This is my path, man. Anybody interested in this path? Anybody interested in the path of transcendental knowledge that leads to devotion to Krishna, devotion to God, loving affairs with Radha and Krishna? The freedom from the cycle of birth and death, of actions and reactions between the demigods and the demons who are responsible for their actions and reactions or feel themselves? Or do you want to be a prince? You want to just engage? You just coming just by, I'll tell you, man, this is how easy it is, and this is absolutely true. You just come here, hear about these topics of the absolute truth, chant with the devotees here, and all will be well in your life. If you do that regularly, you'll get the highest blessing, higher than the demigods or the demons, fighting, doing their little fights. Here you'll be in line, in tune with the God's peace that surpasses all understanding. This is what Jesus was talking about. This comes with the truth that he was also talking about. The truth will set you free. Jesus said, I have more to tell you, but you can't bear it. Well, this is the more to tell. How can it not be? The more to tell was told by Lord Chaitanya and his devotees. They came to tell it, and we're here to retell it. That's all. It's great. The Bhagavatam, these truths become more and more relishable, more and more fascinating, more and more empowered by retelling this greatest story ever told. See, greatest story ever told is the conclusive truth. People tell stories in the world, and they're all, if they're in the modes of goodness, passion, or ignorance, all lies, more or less lies. There are less lies in the mode of goodness, more lies in passion and ignorance. See, right now, passion and ignorance is being empowered, so there are more lies being accepted as truth. But you can get free of all of that. Just hear the real truth. The real truth is the highest reality, the full truth. Open both eyes. Why not? Anybody interested? Man, come here, man. We have come check it out. Come 30 days regularly. And it's free, no charge. Yeah. See if the highest truth isn't here, if you're not become convinced. And if not, you can go elsewhere. You're free. Everybody's free. Here we work on the principle of attraction. If you're meant to hear these things, and these things attract you like they attract me, because I'm only sharing what is attractive to myself. I just love to talk about transcendental truth, man. I love to chant the name Krishna, the highest truth. It's just really great. great activity, to hear these truths. To me, this is real life. Real life is the truth, the conclusive understanding of life. What's going on in this world. Otherwise, nobody really knows. Bhagavatam knows. If we discuss these things every day, then we'll know more too. We'll discover more every day. To me, it's a life of discovery. It's like a scientist. Scientists, they like to go and they like to find out stuff about the world. But they never come to a really clear conclusion. Here, you're like a better scientist. Really, this is it, man. Come here, and we discuss all these deep truths. See how it applies to our lives, how it makes sense of everything. More than people who don't have this knowledge, more than the one-eyes. That's all miserly. They want to be. They have only secret initiates, secret societies, and all that. What is this? I love making people free and happy with this knowledge. I love the freedom it gives me. I love my brothers and sisters. We're all brothers and sisters. We're all from the same light, same life, same sun. We're Christians, Muslims, Vaishnavas, worldly people. We're all, everybody's more or less covered. The truth is covered in them. It can be awakened. This is the process here. We're engaged in the process of awakening who you are, so that you can realize your own soul and the supreme soul. So you realize it. You become aware, like lightning flashing from the east to the west. You can become a first fruit instead of waiting for that to happen in some distant future. David Beeman. It says David Beeman. What about him? Okay, what else? All right. Persons with a vision of differentiation are imbued with material qualities of lamentation, jubilation, and fear, envy, greed, illusion, and madness. See, persons with vision of differentiation are imbued with material qualities: lamentation, jubilation, fear, envy, greed, illusion, madness, hatred, fear, all that. You see how people in the world, there's more hatred now. People are being programmed by the demons, on mainstream media, all these outlets. Hate your brother, hate your brother. White supremacists, black, Black Lives Matter, white people, oh, they're terrible. Black people are beautiful. Or some, different, to divide, get people to fight each other. See, that's the vision of differentiation. See, instead of thinking, okay, this is an individual spirit soul. He's my brother because I'm also an individual spirit soul. So anyway, this you learn through purification, through hearing, through the truth, man. Otherwise, you're listening to lies and you're believing the lies is truth. Okay? You're believing, I'm supposed to. Mainstream media's, they've got an agenda, man. You don't see the agenda of Maya. It's got an agenda of material motivation, saying, hate your brother, hate white people, hate white people. They're supremacists. Hey, so now we got divisions, fighting each other. Hate Iranians or whatever message to cause a division and hatred. See, you're stuck in this material kind. A lot of suffering, my friends. A lot of suffering. A lot of reaction. That's why there's a lot of suffering now. You don't think there's reaction, and people don't know. They lack this transcendental knowledge. You can get out of it, man. Greedy to have more and more, yes. Yeah. Yeah, so you get out of this vision of differentiation, because then when you feel the unity, see, the modes of passion and ignorance try to destroy that unity so that the mode of passion and ignorance can gain strength. See, and so anyway, the mode of goodness fight, see, all this stuff is in transcendental knowledge, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. You have the tools here to overcome illusion. See, even in the mode of goodness, there's a differentiation. Notice the demons are bad. I hate them. And the demons are thinking, I hate these good people. I hate all of humanity. Let's destroy them. Let's create war on humanity. Let's offer them as a sacrifice to our Luciferian God. See, differentiation. So whether you're a demigod or a demon, you can end it here. All the differentiate, you'll see that you're all brothers. The lion will lie down with the lamb. Jesus taught this. This is what's coming, man. Like from lightning flashing from the east to the west. This is the prophecy. There'll be a time. You can be a first fruit now. You can come and listen, and you will experience the joy of God, the joy of this kind of understanding, the joy of freedom from the cycle of birth and death caused by action and reaction. This finishes it. This dissolves actions and reactions, transcendental knowledge. When you start to see this, you realize, what am I engaging in that? It's only suffering in that. Here you free everybody. Yeah, love your neighbor as yourself. See, the problem is people don't know who the real self is. People are trying to artificially love their neighbor, their self. Inside they can't, they still don't know who they are. They're not purified enough yet. That's a nice ideal. If you see yourself as, actually you experience yourself as a devotee of God, devotee of Krishna. Okay? So you love your neighbor as yourself, and you know, you're in a sense, Krishna's in your heart, he's in their hearts. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, this is, so persons with a vision of differentiation are imbued with material qualities: lamentation, jubilation, fear, envy, greed, illusion, and madness. They are influenced by the immediate cause, which they are busy counteracting, because they have no knowledge of the remote supreme cause, the supreme personality of Godhead. So listen to this. They are influenced by the material immediate cause, which they are busy counteracting. The immediate cause is the actions of people. It's like chess players. You know, one move is made by one piece, and the other one counteracts the move. So you're influenced by that external. You see, oh, this person is bad. Let us do something about that. See, they're influenced by the immediate cause. Oh, this person, he killed this person, or he hurt this person. So they're influenced by the immediate. They don't see the remote cause is the actions and reactions of the living entities being played out. Okay? So if that's so, then you don't have to get so involved in all that, so identified. You can let people just play out their, you know, what they're playing out, and be into activities of devotional service. Hey, this is here, Sadhu Sangha, man. It's amazing. Come here regularly. You know, you'll become enlightened. You'll know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Just like all that kind of stuff. Okay, I think I'll end it here for now. I'm going to take a little walk here. Thank you very much. Hope you liked the class. Let me know. Leave your comments what you think about what we discussed here. Did it impact you? Does it make any difference? Do you feel it's useful? Let me know. If not, then I'll just chant Hare Krishna. Okay, let's see.